Anyway, Henry, we are
Yes,
live.
we are live.
But I was expecting more. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting you to be here.
You weren't expecting me to
No.
be here. Well, I have been through the ringer today.
Yeah.
It's been
And it's yet another week with lots of technical difficulty.
yeah. Well,
I
of
mean,
course.
you did. I mean, you technically did, but you technically didn't.
Yeah,
Because you were fine. You joined here on time, but
yeah. It was just
all
close.
scared. Yeah,
It was just close to the mark. That's all it was. The connecting to this server was the first time I've launched a Assetto Corsa on my new PC.
Great.
It's the first.
Fantastic.
Yeah. That's how close it was.
So, Korea. I've never
Korea.
raced it.
No,
Have you ever raced it?
no, never raced it.
Oh.
I was talking to Callum.
Uh-oh.
And he was having a I'm not going to say a complaint, but it was a complaint, saying that it's very weird because there are 3 very long straights right after each other,
Yeah.
with basically hairpins between them, right? And then all of the twisty section is all in one, so that you have a lot of corners and then 3 really long straights. And he was saying that the tires get really cold on the straights, so you're struggling into those corners, and then the twisty section, your tires are overheating, and you can't get like a nice pressure balance in the tires. You're always compromising some part of the lap. That's what he was saying. I of course have not driven it, so I can't confirm that.
So what you did exactly there was describe every Tilka track ever. So,
Suppose I did.
welcome to Herman Tilke's tracks. That's Korea.
Maybe this is the ultimate Herman Tilke track.
Oh, yeah, probably.
The formula perfected.
Try and turn my fish shit off. Fish lights off. There we go. Right. Yeah, as you can see, I don't know if it's like this for you, Henry, because I think, did you turn Sol off? I don't know what Sol does anymore, but it's raining a lot for me. Not on the windscreens it's raining.
Yes, it is exactly the same for me.
And every now and again, although you did say this, you can't hear the thunder, and you can't hear the lightning. The lightning is very loud. I know Joe was like, that's not lightning, that's thunder. But I can hear the thunder, but the lightning is like happening like 2 seconds, not even 2 meters away from the cars.
And the lighting is very visually loud.
No, it's not. It's not visually. You can hear it. Right. I was in Florida once, and the lightning.
What is this story? Okay, go on.
The lightning hit right above me, and
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you have never heard anything so loud.
Yeah.
I know thunder is loud, but that's thunder, and that happens a while away.
Well,
That was thunder. That was thunder.
Thunder is the noise
Yeah.
that lightning makes.
Yeah.
But if you're close to it, the only reason they happen at the same time is because you're so close that
Exactly. Right.
the
Yeah.
travel time difference isn't different. So
But
it's
Joe was
still
being
called
Joe and
thunder.
was taking the mic. I know it was like, oh, actually, no, yeah, you're right, when but I could hear.
Did you think about, like, if you got hit by the lightning, if you survived, you'd have a really cool scar?
Yes, that's exactly what I thought. As a 10-year-old, yeah.
Oh, it was that. Well, I
Yeah,
always
it's
think
that.
that whenever I'm close to lightning.
When did Michael Jackson die?
I don't know, 2000 and something.
I was in Florida when Michael Jackson died. There you go.
I guess 2004. I don't know.
It wasn't that long ago.
I don't know. 5 or 6 then maybe.
2009.
Oh, okay.
In
But you
2009, I was in Florida, and Michael Jackson died.
You're like 13.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. There we go. So racing is happening.
Yeah, just like 25 minutes to go.
Yeah, we're seeing our normal first two at the moment, Martin and Alex. 1.1 seconds between them, though. Martin in P1 at the moment. Callum is third, Dave Gill fourth, Paul Harrison fifth. Won't be surprised if we see those positions changing. Quite a lot of drivers haven't yet set a valid lap. And I was thinking, like we said, we've never driven this circuit. I think that's the case for a lot of the drivers. I would imagine that this is the first time they've driven the circuit.
Damn it. So long we were in front of Brad, me and you, in the TV cars. Now Brad's actually come out of the pits and now he's in front of us.
Oh,
Anyway.
no. So we've currently got 17 drivers connected to the server. I'd imagine we'll see one or two more.
Okay, yeah. 16 to me. But I assume we got live timings on.
Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, one of them is mid connecting still. So, yeah.
It's a very flat track. It does seem like.
It is. I really like that bridge though on the pit straight.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm winning. Right, can you see I'm in front? My real name's Martin. That's my dad's name actually, so yep, I'm winning.
And doing a very good job at it too.
Martin D. Yep, yeah, oh yeah, oh, that really confused me for a second, but yeah. Martin D, yes.
Marty D. It does look. I like the rain when you get the onboards, but it's a bit.
Yeah, but anywhere else you can't see.
Yeah, it's a bit spectator immersion braking when you're outside the car. An unfortunate limit of AC. And I also, as far as I understand it, they're not running with actual rain track conditions, so the tarmac will not be
fine.
That slippery. Yeah, I think it does look like the grip's quite low. I imagine the temperature is very low.
I think in the broadcasting apps.
Ooh, as Hasib has a bit of a spin into the barrier, and there's the thunder to go along with it. Proving my point instantly about the low
the track is apparently
temperature.
the track, according to this, is probably wrong, but it's 100% optimum.
Right.
The temperature is 25 degrees. The track is 36 degrees. And there's only 7 kilometers an hour of wind.
Is that from in-game?
Yeah, that's in-game.
Yep, I'm seeing the same thing on the live timings. So yeah, I think you're right. So Andy's left that on default and turned rain on.
Yep.
Fair enough. Well,
yeah.
The drivers will be enjoying the rain on the windscreen, I'm sure.
It's all for the immersion. Oh, Jesus Christ, there we go. That's the lightning. Oh, God. Jesus. That literally sounds like it's happening to literally a centimetre to the right of the camera. And it also keeps going. It's like a fucking earthquake happening right now.
It's not happening that frequently for me. It must be a local thing going on.
Also, a bit off topic, but you know when you had the soul thing when you joined?
And
there was an error.
pop-up came up, yeah.
Was it like a window error, not a content manager error?
It was a Windows pop-up, yeah.
Unexpected error, it said.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've got that as well.
Yeah, just don't click it.
Yeah, I clicked it.
I think the thing to do to fix it, if anyone watching has experienced that problem, is inside a setter there's an uninstall sol.bat file. Run that, then install new sol. If you just install it over old sol problems, you have to uninstall it first.
So weird that I didn't have a problem and now I have a problem. I assume maybe it's because like using a sol thing now.
I think it's something to do with certain weather conditions with the new version of sol, and also what version of shaders patch you're running alongside it. Lots of complex things.
Okay, go on, Steve. Steve was fast.
Steve now,
Steve is fast.
Yeah, 3/10 faster than Martin.
But in every other race has been fast. I think he's been fast.
Oh yeah. Steve has been fast. He's had some bad luck that's dropped him down the pack a couple of times, but he usually qualifies very well. And we're seeing Pete in the running as well. Currently, that's Stephen P1, Martin 2, and then Pete in third, ahead of Alex currently. So Pete's showing strong form on this track.
That totally didn't remind me of something, but I have an inside source, and it's definitely not Pete.
Okay.
That the softs are absolutely wank for about 3 or 4 laps.
Right.
After that, they're wank. They're absolutely wank.
Wait, so the wank for 4 laps
No,
and
they're
then
good.
the wank?
They're good.
Right.
They're good, and then they go wank.
Oh, okay. So we probably won't see any softs in the race then.
That's what he said. And then I responded saying that everyone's probably going to go softs and fuck it up.
There is a chance.
He also said he did a practice race with AI. In a role-playing sense, he did some simulations.
Yeah.
And turn 1, or the lap 1, sorry, is absolutely fucking hectic.
I'm not surprised by that, yeah. I mean, so looking at the where the start-finish line is, you come off the start-finish line into the second... Well, you come into the first corner, but then you're straight onto the second straight of the track, and then hard braking, hairpin, the third straight of the track. So that second hairpin is probably going to be absolute carnage on the first lap, I would imagine.
Which is exactly what we like to see. Because it's sim racing, and no one can actually get hurt.
Yes, nothing wrong with a bit
maybe
of carnage.
Callum's feelings might get hurt, but no one cares about them.
Speaking of Callum dropping down into P6, as Paul Harrison goes 700ths faster than him.
Hey, watch out. I'm happy for you. That burger better be goddamn nice.
Wait, is Joe talking about his burger in chat?
Yeah.
Oh, why can I not see that in my chat? No. I'll try refreshing.
Oh, Jesus. Hasib's crashing again.
That is Hasib in the wall again. Struggling to get to grips with that Lamborghini, I think. Seems to be always, every week, having a couple issues.
Thought it was going to go faster. It did go faster.
Ooh, up into P4 is Callum.
Alex, is it going to get to P1 now? He's only 10th off though.
Yeah.
Behind Steve. Struggled last week. We're in Shanghai. Andy. Because actually, the thing is a bit off there, isn't it? So we can actually see it is improved in Sector 1. It's a medium rare with bacon, American cheese, avocado, salsa, and a steamed bun. That sounds so southern. Because you can actually order that. You didn't actually make that yourself, you ordered that.
That sounds lovely. Steamed buns make all of the difference with a good burger. Like the final touch. And Callum, so far in the session, showing a little bit more pace, relative to the leaders than we've seen for the last couple of weeks.
Good job, Andy.
As we see Andy in the same place that we saw Hasib hitting into the wall. So that is on the fourth to last corner of the circuit.
Fried chicken bites. Might
be
I want fried chicken bites.
It's got sweet potato fries as well. Ugh. So much good food going on over there. I'm very jealous.
Anyway, now that I'm sad, James Gray goes 8th. Where is he in... Where's the other James? Is there no other James?
Are you avoiding the James sandwich?
There's no James sandwich.
So far.
Oh god, Alex has done a purple first sector and a purple second sector by 6,000ths of a second. How is he going to do in the third sector? Let's stay on board with him. Right, in this camera angle, as we can see the rain splashing down onto his windscreen, but that doesn't matter anything in terms of track temperature or track grip, because that's exactly how Andy sets things up. Just perfectly. Nothing wrong with how Andy sets things up as it goes around the last corner, goes underneath the bridge of the South Koreans, and he absolutely fucks up for Sector 3. Wow. So much hope, so much hype I put into my voice then. I was going through full Crofty, thinking Hamilton would go P1, and then...
Yeah, you were getting me excited as well. I was feeling it. But alas. Oh! You're
Oh.
right, when the thunder happens, it does really happen, doesn't it?
Actually, thinking, I mean, you didn't say anything. I was about to say, speaking of skins, I want to go on board with Bobby. Where is Bobby? Where's Bobby?
He's still connecting to the server. I don't think he's actually loaded yet.
I was going to say, because I need to look at his skin, because he got a new skin apparently. What's up, Rod?
Hey, Rod. And that actually brings us up to 19 drivers on the server now with Bobby.
Yep. Few
When he has
drivers
connected.
still haven't actually set any laps, have they?
Yeah, we've got quite a few drivers. Brad has completed 5 laps without setting a valid lap up to this point. So definitely not quite used to the circuit yet over in Brad's end.
As you can tell, we all feel really sorry for him. There's 2 number 69s, apparently. Hasib and Adam, both 69 numbered.
Yeah, I see. Competing for the best meme car.
Wait, Joe, you have hot sauce? You can deal with sauce that's hot?
Oh. So I have a glaze hot sauce that Callum got me. And I opened it the other day with my barbecue. And oh my gosh. It is the nicest thing. It was so good. You need to have some. I'm gonna save some. I've got lots. It's maple habanero glaze.
Oh.
And it is lovely. Something else.
I was watching a streamer that I watched who was talking about hot sauces because he really likes hot sauce. He was talking about habanero. Basically, habanero doesn't apparently taste of much. That's why they pair it with like other things.
With
so,
other stuff.
yeah, like habanero, mango, habanero, whatever.
Mm. I do have a vaguely flat habanero hot sauce, and it I enjoy it, but it is mostly just kind of
Hot.
It's hot, yeah, like but yeah, that glaze one is
Good. He was watching like a cooking channel because that's what Twitch streamers do nowadays. He was watching it.
just rebroadcast someone else and talk about it.
And like the guy was like cutting up jalapenos, habanero, and another pepper. I can't remember what it was. And then he cooked a steak, and it was like medium rare. It was beautiful. He chopped up the steak, he put it on chips, and then he melted some cheese and made the cheese sauce. Oh, it looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, racing.
I've gotten into cooking recently. I've been watching Sam the Cooking Guy on YouTube. His stuff is great. But yeah, we should probably talk about the racing as a
Henry.
yes.
Steve is about to do a lap.
Is he?
He's just crossed the start-finish line. You watch him, and you commentate over it.
Oh God!
As he goes around the first corner, he cuts right. Hits the apex. Hit the apex on the second turn. Tell me when you're ready, Henry. As he comes down a very long.
I'm ready.
Straight. Right, I'm going for a bit.
Okay, excellent. I'm not actually on board with Steve. I lied about being ready. I am now. He is coming down the long straight towards turn 3. Is a little bit less than a 180-degree hairpin. Still a very tight hairpin there. Getting good onto the power. Not using all of the track there. Might be faster to try and get onto the line. And we're again on a very long straight down to a hairpin at turn 4. Carnage at lap 1 will ensue here. Immediately into turn 5. A little bit more open this one. Again, is not getting onto that apex. Struggling with a bit of understeer. And again through turn 6 there, out onto the exit. A little bit of a run now over the hill into turn 7. And just a little lift there into turn 8. This is probably flat. Yep, seems to have held that flat there, coming down into turn 9. And as we say here, a lot of twisty corners through this technical back section of the track and no straights to speak of. We've now gone through turn 10 and we're coming towards 11. Just a bit of a light break here, and he's trying to get back into this second apex here. Nicely done. Into turn 12, he's getting a little wide there, away from that apex. coming through turn 13. Nice and easy. Touches the grass there. Not ideal. The twisty section continues through 14 into a 90-degree corner for 15. Running out wide and cutting this apex into right now. This is turn 17. And nice and flat and easy through to the pit straight. And that wasn't too bad to say. I've not driven this track. But there we go. And Steve there setting a 209.9. So yeah, a good 4.5 tenths off his fastest lap there. So not Steve's best lap, but still doing pretty good. Welcome back.
I heard that you weren't ready, and I was very disappointed in you.
Well,
Did you do well? Did it gotta go faster?
No, he was about 5 tenths slower. But you could see where he lost it. Couple understeer moments. Got on the grass on the exit on a corner. Just a little untidy here and there.
There's my bit.
Those tenths.
Oh, maybe I didn't actually install his skin proper. Because it's all white.
Oh.
Wait.
It's a shame we'll have to wait till next week to see Bobby's masterpiece. Whereas actually, Alex has taken P2. Not sure exactly when that happened, but we've now got Stephen. Huh?
Alex has been in P2 for ages.
Well, we didn't say. Martin was in P2 before, wasn't he?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I don't know.
In my
doesn't matter.
Sure, you'll know because you pay attention. Alex always in P2. I think he's been in P2 for fucking ages. Everything's just first mentioned him, but yep, Steve. You on still? Alex in. Alex's shit lap put him in P2. There you go. Don't know what that means.
Which was his shit lap. We're on board with Steve, right? Not Alex.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That doesn't help us.
We know that. That's a given. Callum is holding on to P4 there.
Brad holding on to P11 as well.
And Lee Cripps holding on to the steering wheel very hard.
With his Cocoa Pops all over his hand.
To try and stop the oversteer.
No, that's not what I was asking. I was asking if Alex, how long has Alex been in P2? As Alex goes around the last corner, is this going to improve him? Looks like it should do. Improve in places. No, it won't. It stays in P15. Oh yeah, it did, didn't it?
Okay,
yeah.
that was a long time ago then.
Yeah. See, I knew I was right somehow. And it is still very confusing as we're literally on board with Philip, and then we come outboard. Yep, that's up. Yep. And it's not raining anymore. Because our cameras are so low definition, you can't actually pick up the rain.
No, we've had the new anti-rain cameras installed in Korea. Yeah, they use image processing. Fancy AI.
I was obviously I googled Michael Jackson.
Yes.
One of his daughters is quite fit.
Oh.
Paris Jackson. Anyway, I was gonna Google something and I've totally forgotten what I was gonna Google. Henry, what were we just talking about?
Alex being in P2 and setting his lap ages ago. Callum holding on to P4.
No.
Rain.
Maybe.
Anti-rain cameras.
I think I've totally forgot what I was. Well, I was looking to look at the Arsenal score. That's what I was going to do.
Okay. Nothing to do with anything we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they've done terribly.
You fuck you. Anyway. Breadward still in P11. Doesn't improve as his time, but doesn't improve in places like quite a few people have been doing, because I think it's quite spread out a bit.
Yeah, we've got some big gaps on the board. I don't see... I only see one gap that's less than a tenth. And that's the gap between Brad and Philip, P10, P11, 600ths right now.
Is. I think that was someone. Adam, yep. Is it? No, it wasn't Adam. Letting person bye. Mr. Uber Kinky. Number 69, the other number 69 in the race. Adam to improve on his P19. Not sure how he's going to do. But 3 minutes ago, did get Fosher lining there. So still got Stu improves, got to P16. He's going to slow down, abandon the next lap. He's happy with that lap. Which puts him into P16. Adam, I think I was just span out. I don't know. Who knows? No one knows. Probably Henry, but no one knows.
I don't. Callum's about to cross the line and does not improve. Only slower by about a tenth, but not quite on his own pace. And yeah, there's not a lot going on really in this qualifying session. People seem to have set a good lap earlier on and struggling to recreate it now.
Oh. See, Adam, I think, was flashing at Bobby in front of him. Maybe backed out of this lap because of what happened in front of him, but we'll never know. Lots of things we'll never know this lap. Alex continues. We'll switch to Adam now because he's still behind Bobby. Don't think he's going to improve, especially according to my timings right now. He's 17 seconds slower. We've got 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Steve, P1. Can't see who's P2 right now because it's showing Adam. Hey, assuming it's Alex.
It is Alex, yeah. And then Martin, and then Callum, and then Pete. And the gap between Steve and Alex is only a tenth now.
Yep.
Yep. So, and Alex has
nothing new.
Come out of the pits and done a lap. So,
it does look like Callum's P2 right now, but it's not. Steve is P1, Alex is P2, been a 10th for a while, but Callum improved in his first sector. He's 8 tenths slower than the best, but he's put a purple sector in for sector 2. What is happening, Callum Jones? Can he go any faster than Martin, who is 5 tenths in front of him? We'll see as he comes around the last corner, goes underneath the brown bridge of Korea, and he fucks up sector 3. Need to stop hyping people up. Yeah, that does seem to be the problem. I assume it's because of his downforce. Because he was 8 tenths slower on those very, very long straights that we know we've got in Korea. Adam going around the last corner with, I think that's Stu behind him. Neither of them actually improve. Bobby crosses the finish line. Doesn't improve much. Steve, who's in P1 right now, doing his last lap, doesn't look like he's going to improve at the moment, but that does all depend on how much how much the timings to me is lying to me. We've got some beautiful Tilker corners coming on right now as it goes around the last corner. Goes underneath the Brown Bridge of Korea. Oh, it does improve by a lot, I think. I'll say a lot, I think I'm lying, but it was definitely his best.
Oh, that was like a 4/10 improvement.
Exactly.
Now Martin's
Oh, yeah,
about to come across the line as well. See if he can improve.
Brad improves P10.
And oh yeah, that's Brad improving. And now Alex is coming around. Can he steal P1 away from Steve? Needs to improve by 6/10. And he looks like he's aborting the lap and going into the pits there.
Tell you what, Callum Jones, 56 seconds faster than...
He's on a stonker of a lap.
But I kind of agree with the Sector 2, he's 1 second faster in Sector 2 than the best. He's got about 50... Oh, he's going to lose a lot of time there. Got a bit of apo. He's about 3 temps down now on his best lap. Don't look like he's going to improve. He's going to abort the lap, go into the pits. Looks like Callum was one of the last ones to cross the line.
Yeah, that leaves only Brad out on track, but I don't think he's on a legitimate lap right now.
No. As he goes onto the dirt part of the track. And it does seem like we have got the finishing touches to our qualifying. Half an hour of qualifying done. And now an hour set up in... Is this week the 24-hour version? I think last week was the 12-hour version. We'll go...
Yeah, there are track lights, so it will be a 24-hour.
We'll go day, night, and day again. And finish on the exact same time. Ow. Exact same time that we started on.
The exact same. Ow.
I scratched my finger on my finger thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. That took me a moment to pass. I know what you mean.
I mean, usually we go through it right now, but because of how cool AutoCam is, we'll just wait until it goes onto the grid, yeah.
Exactly. Oh.
Anyway, how do you think this is going to go? How much carnage is it going to be in T1?
Oh. You know, I don't think... Oh, do I want to say that? I don't think T1 is going to be too bad.
Okay.
But I do think that turn 3 is going to be very bad.
Right. Missed out Martin's P1. Yeah, I think. And then... Okay. What? That's just confused the shit out of me. Yeah, Steve's P3 apparently.
That's right? Dave Gill.
Yeah. Wait, I thought Steve was P1.
Let me get this officially. Steve Arnell P1, Alex in P2, Martin in P3, Callum in P4, Pete in P5, Paul in P6, Dave in P7, and then we've got James Gray in P8, Andy in P9, a bit low down the table for Andy that, Brad in P10, Philip in P11, Jace in P12, Ferg in P13, Colin P14, Lee with the Cocoa Pops in P15, doing a good job to say he was eating a bowl of Cocoa Pops the whole time he was driving, Stu in P16, Bobby in P17, Hasib P18, and rounding out the grid, Adam in P19. Don't know why Autocam showed us them in just
the weirdest order ever. Martin was P1 apparently, and then I think Steve was like P4 or something. But
yeah, it showed us Andy really
30
early
seconds
as well.
to go. Looks like it is going to be an interesting race. An hour? Is it an hour? How long is it?
Yeah, it's an hour.
Okay, I forget. I don't actually pay attention. I mean, I pay lots of attention. I put lots of effort into this.
Maximum focus.
Yep, we've got the lights coming up.
The lights are up.
10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, look at that timing as we've got lots of GT cars, and look at the Lamborghini all the way to the back, going lots and lots of speed. The speed as we come up to T1. about 5 wide. It looks like it's some cars going off track, but from what I saw, looks clean. But that Porsche is definitely facing the wrong way. But we've got Alex in P1, Martin in P2, then Steve into P3. Steve's going to drop down. Dave's going to get up. Callum's going to drop down about 1 place maybe. As Pete is in P6, Andy is P7. Brad actually going to get to P7 actually. Past Andy, but as I said, that Andy is actually going to get past Brad. And I think things are going to get a bit mental as we go down a long I lied. Go down a bit of a hairpin to go through the Tilka curves.
And we've lost Steve down to 3rd position.
Yep.
Alex taking the lead there.
Yep, Alex definitely took P1. Alex doing what he does. There's quite a few nice little overtakes. Probably killed someone in the way, but that's.
And I think, yeah, the car that we saw dropping back that slid out onto the grass, that was Paul Harrison. Was P6 on the grid and has now, because of that unforced error, really just clipped the curb and got into an oversteer, dropping way down the grid.
Yeah. Definitely unforced. Well,
we did have a couple of crashes also in turn 1. It seems to have cost Hasib and Paul and Phil and Adam all mixing up in that collision in the first corner.
Yep. Things are, I mean, in terms of... Damn it. As soon as I talk, things happen. Paul looks like it's going to get inside of Hasib. There's a bit of a touch and Paul's going to lose out. Going to go straight into the barrier. After that touch with Hasib, Paul's going to lose lots and lots of positions to that. Hasib's got to hold on to that position. Alex then, P1. Followed by Martin, not too close behind him. It looks like things are going to stretch out between the top 3. As it's on it. 4 attempts actually. 8 attempts, I stand corrected as I always speak, and things opposite happen. Steve is going to get about a second behind Martin. Dave, 2 seconds out. 2 seconds behind Steve. Very much as we're on board with him now. Hunting down Dave. Andy apparently is being hunted down by Brad. Saw them trade positions. Is Brad going to go down the inside? He is not. Got some nice little raindrops on the windscreen. Doesn't matter at all. It's just for visual effect. And Lee, Mr. Coco Pops himself. There's a bit of a handful there. As I think he's got a car coming down the inside. That looks like it's going to be Ferg. Does definitely look like it's going to be Ferg. Ferg going to get the place for now. Let's go back on board with Ferg. Ferg's definitely going to get the place.
I did notice at the start, Ferg was really fast off the line. He had a great getaway compared to everyone around him. Didn't know who it was at the time, but I recognised his livery now. And the front 3 pulling a big gap already. Staying quite close to each other, but then they've got a big gap back to Dave in P4.
James Gray looks like it's going to try and... Oh, Jesus Christ. The lightning happened. James Gray looks like he's going to try and take advantage of this fight that Brad and Andy are having, but has dropped back a bit. Brad is all up the arse of Andy. It looks like he's struggling. All his excuses this week. Maybe he's drunk. Maybe his wheel is turned the wrong way. But Brad looks like he's got a better exit out of there. I don't think he's going to get the place. Nope. Going to go around these corners. Definitely Tilka corners. Because overtaking is not happening right now.
Brad definitely having a couple of moments there. A little bit of snap oversteer followed by some understeer into the next corner. He's pushing hard to try and get close to Andy, and that's when mistakes start happening.
Not too. I mean, Andy has also had quite a few mistakes. Brad, though, 3 times slower on that lap. The fastest lap, all 2 of them.
And Callum is getting very close to Dave coming down the second straight. But it does seem that maybe actually Dave's got a little bit more drive. Callum's having a look to the inside, but surely he's not going to make a move from this far back. He doesn't. He's compromised his line into that hairpin, but actually going to get quite a nice exit. And it's only a short straight now up to turn 4.
There we go. We got some inside knowledge from the Andy camp.
Andy was on the shandy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andy
Well, I mean,
was on the shandy.
it's rare that Andy isn't on the shandy on a race day. So I think he's used to operating in those conditions.
Yeah, but that's his excuse. That's the whole thing. He's
Oh,
totally
yeah.
fine.
That will be his excuse, you're right. That's a good point.
But yeah, I mean, compared to other races right now, it's stretched out to fuck, isn't it? Like, there's
we've
hardly
been
any
quite
gaps.
quiet. Yeah.
Usually, like, that thing's happened, oh, that thing's happened, that thing's happened, and that thing's happened.
Yeah.
But right now, nothing's happened. We've got Lee just behind Bobby. Oh, Brad right behind Andy. Maybe diving down the inside. Not going to happen, no. As I've actually both, as I said earlier, James maybe capitalising on
James has closed that gap.
Capitalising on it. It looks like Bobby's had a big incident as he's dropped down three places. Gonna lose out to that. Let's go back on board with Brad. Yep.
Oh, and Brad there getting onto the AstroTurf.
I was too busy watching this chat, reading the chat. I assume Brad fucked it by himself.
Yeah, Brad touched his left tyres onto the green Astro and just no traction out there and out and into the wall. So that's given that position to James and let Colin and Ferg both through as well. Perhaps some more drivers. It looks like Bobby's had another incident.
Bobby decided to say hello to Brad in his Great Britain livery.
I wonder if that was a bit of an unsafe rejoin there.
Yeah, I think he was fine. I think Bobby maybe been a bit distracted. Famous last words from me, but it does look like Brad was fine. He was off the track when that happened. Didn't look to be trying to actually be rejoining. I think Callum right now is the closest gap.
With Pete bearing down on him.
Yeah, Pete behind
the
him.
Front three drivers also. As Pete accidentally, I think, has a look there and is going to hold the inside here, but he doesn't get on the power quite early enough. Going for the switchback now.
Almost perfect for Pete there.
Yeah, and it does seem like through these twisting corners, drivers are struggling to find the right line to fight each other. They ended up just getting a little stuck as the car in front is a bit too much of a barn door to drive around.
Yeah. I think.
It does look like Martin's very close to Alex, but he has been for a little while now, and Steve's very close to Martin as well. But maybe those three just biding the time a little bit. Happy to run in the slipstream and pull away from the main pack.
Yeah, looks like Pete and Callum are going to split out a bit. Maybe Philip may have lost a bit of time by going off because he's lost a bit of time to Paul. Oh, that's a lightning strike that's happened. Jesus Christ, that's loud. Anyway, James just behind Andy, who, luckily for himself... Oh, Andy's had a bit of... Oh, is he going to lose this? Oh, there's a bit of a touch. Oh, I think James is going to get the inside. He's going to get the inside in his Audi. They think he's going to get the position done at Andy. Definitely lost lots of traction when he was coming out of that corner. Had to hold it, and he did hold it well. And so, for some reason, drives onto the grass. As we come onto the straight, down the pit straight onto T1. Brad's going to get the position onto Hasib. James Gray just letting the Apex free for some reason. That made any sense. I was trying to say, for some reason, he didn't use the inside apex. And looks like Hasib is going to lose another position, actually. Down to Paul, I think. Things are calming.
Yeah, as we were watching that, Martin actually had a little go into turn 1, but he saw the gap closing, thought better of it, backed out, and now because of that has actually lost quite a lot of time to Alex. So that front gap has opened up a little bit And as far as I can tell, that was why. And as you say, we're seeing a lot of cars kind of separating now that the leaders are coming around to lap Bobby. And then we've got a gap to 4th, 5th and 6th, who are all running quite close as well. But then another gap, again, to the rest of the pack. And usually the midfield is a little bit closer than we're seeing today.
Yeah.
But it's still very early into the race, and with strategy, tyre wear and mistakes, they could close back up again.
Does seem like it's going away. Definitely a track that not many people know. Lots of people have had to learn. Maybe haven't learned enough, but the battle that is definitely watched her right now is Jace as it goes down the inside of Stu. And he looks like he's going to gain that position very easily. He's been up the rear bumper of Stu for a long time. Now he's going to get his eyes up onto Lee. He's only 7 tenths behind him, 8 tenths now. Trying to get those Cocoa Pops off his rear bumper. Looks like he's trying to grab the monkey out of his bonnet. That sounds like a weird euphemism. But it wasn't. And I'm definitely thinking anyway. Oh, is that Lee going into the pits? It is. Lee's gone into the pits. 48 minutes to go. Lee diving into the pits. I think. That can't be tactical, can it?
You wouldn't think so. You'd think it must be a damage pit. That's all I could guess.
But still, Stu has got Jace in his sights after he's just lost a position to Jace. Well, he's going to lose another position. It's P18 right now. Tell you what, Martin and Alex are very close.
Yeah, I've been keeping my eye on that fight, and Martin is reeling Alex in again after Steve has fallen back.
Yeah, and definitely maybe, good job, Winnie, using Bobby of the blue flag to help himself catch up to Alex. But Martin is definitely going to get the slipstream from whenever we get back to another straight. But as we go through with the Tilka corners right now, not much opportunity to overtake.
I think the Lambo is a bit too small to make a good slipstream for the GTR. It's a very big boy.
I mean,
but we're about to find out as we come down the pit straight. Let's see how much he gains. Definitely not enough.
Go through the first corner. Not much gained, not much lost. Either Martin or Alex. And we're definitely going down the long straight right now. We're definitely losing a bit right now for Martin. Doesn't look like he's going to gain anything. He's definitely not going to dive down the inside. Maybe he brakes a bit later, but he's not going to gain much. He's got a ginormous lightning. Right now. Oh, Jesus Christ, Abigail.
Yeah, Martin very definitely falling away down the straights here. So seems like maybe this car's been more set up for the second and third sectors of the track.
The Tilka curves.
The Tilka curves, which they are now entering. Yep, and Lee agreeing there that, yeah, Martin probably running higher downforce. So he's made his life tricky here, because if he's going to make a move, it's going to have to be in this portion of the track, which is going to be a lot more difficult than just slipstreaming down the straights.
Well, Brad's going to lose the position to Paul as they come down the long straight. And he's going to go wide on that corner, definitely losing some time. But Martin, yeah, every time we cut to him, because he's closer, we're definitely...
Oh, and Alex making a mistake.
Yeah, Alex is going to lose lots of traction there. He's going to understeer a lot. Is he got down the inside? He's not. Oh, that was really close. Alex maybe could have had a look, but decided to keep it safe, keep it nice and punctual. Yep, that's the words, as Dave's gonna lose 2 positions. Not quite sure what was to do.
Dave is going slow there as well. I think
Yeah, I think-
maybe must have spun out there or something.
But
Letting both Callum and Pete through.
Martin, as coming around the last corner, is going to get into P1 for the first time for this race. I think definitely. Don't hang that on me because that might be wrong, but I think that's the first time he's in P1 for the race.
I think you are correct. And already pulling 1.4 seconds, 1.6 seconds on Alex. And Steve now, he can smell Alex in the distance now. He can smell the exhaust fumes. He's not that far behind.
Oh, what's that? What's that you smell, Henry? Is that an Alex? That's a Lamborghini I smell right now.
As Dave loses another 2 positions there to James and Andy. Don't know if there's been another mistake there or something else going on. But very unfortunate for Dave, going from 4th to 8th in the space of a lap.
Henry, did you just laugh?
No?
Why are you laughing, Henry? That's a
What do
bit
you
mean.
mean? Oh,
That's a bit mean, Henry.
is a
Why?
bit mean. I'm very confused.
You just laughed. I heard you laugh.
I don't know what you mean.
Anyway, Stu, he's trying to catch up to Paul. He's only 6 steps behind him because that's basically the smallest gap. Colin maybe catching up to Dave, as Henry keeps trying to laugh at. He's only 6 temps behind him. 4th place, maybe, all the way down to 9th. Jesus Christ, Henry, that's something to laugh at, isn't it?
Oh, he's not. He's in 8th.
Yeah, but I was saying he could.
Very
He could.
Oh, he could, but that would be in 2 laps, which isn't so bad.
Okay, right. Yeah, no.
That's okay. That's acceptable. Down to 8th in 1 lap, disappointing. Down to 9th in 2 laps.
Hey.
Take it or leave it. Oh, as actually Dave does go very wide there. And but he recovers from it okay.
Does
I
he?
wonder how many. We're 7 laps in. Do you think that maybe Dave took the risky soft tyre strategy and is now
He is.
feeling
He's
the
on
burn?
softs. He's on softs.
So there you
That's
go.
why
it.
he's struggling so much.
He's feeling
is-
the burn.
This is what me and Pete were talking about. As some person, I'm not saying a word, not some idiot, I mean. Chatting shit. Isn't it out? Anyway. Dave's definitely going to lose some position because he's definitely took the wrong strategy.
And Alex, in the pit lane there, is actually coming out of the pits right now.
Microphone muted.
And it looks like he's going to exit the pits into P9. He's got a little bit of fresh air in it in front of him to try and put some fast laps in, but not too much. And that's quite an early pit stop here. 41.5 minutes to go. And I'm sure that that's within the workable window. But still, an early pit stop from Alex there. Obviously trying to do something different to try and get that first place position back from Martin.
Microphone activated.
Right, I'm back. Anyway.
Oh, hello. I didn't
Now,
know you'd gone.
yep, I was dealing with something. Looks like Brad actually is catching up to Stu. And things. Oh, Dave. Dave's maybe found some second life in his soft tyres because he's catching up to Andy. But maybe Andy maybe have like lost time in his shandiness.
Andy's Shandies.
There we go. That's the thing I was thinking of.
He could open a store. I'd go there. Oh
Andy
yeah,
Shandy.
you can see definitely there looking at
Yeah.
Dave that
He was
is
struggling a
for grip.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wiggle. Anyway, Brett
Good old
actually
Little.
has gained on Stu and got the position. Maybe he's going to try and hunt down Jace in P12. Brad has definitely got a race for himself to catch up on, because this is not the race Brad will have wanted. Did quite a few laps in practice, because I definitely saw him on Assetto Corsa quite a few hours before the race or practice had actually started. Paul trying to catch down Purg. He's trying to catch Purg. Oh, you motherfucker. Trying to chat shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think Paul just got zapped by the lightning. Ah.
Oh, as Stu's gone very wide there, falling back away from Brad a little bit. And I'm keeping my eye on the pit lane now to see if anybody responds to Alex pitting early. Nobody has so far.
My biggest question is, why is there a running track going around the track?
I don't know. Is that what that is? I've just assumed that that's the colour of the
Running track.
Astro. I mean, it is. You're right. It does look like a running track. Maybe it's for people doing the track walks, so they can have a track jog instead.
Track sprint. Have more Farah running around it.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't be fair. He'd beat everybody.
Oh, depends how long the track is.
Well, I'm assuming the same length as the Grand Prix circuit. Unless it takes some shortcuts here and there. Suppose it could.
Yeah, no, but... Oh, Jesus Christ, I was loud again. Sorry, Lee, I didn't mean to disrespect you. Apparently, last time I disrespected Lee, that happened. Oh, Andy's in a big spin! I mean, I say it's a big spin. He had a spin, but somehow managed to go back straight again. And somehow didn't lose that much time. I don't know how he did that.
It was a Shindy special. Or a Shandy special, should we say.
It was a Shindy special. Yeah, Matt. Is it a Shindy special?
People call him Shindy, don't they?
Oh, yeah, true, yeah.
Tiny Andy. I don't know where that nickname comes from.
James has gone into the pits from, I think, P6. It's a sheet, mate.
And now Alex having a look at Andy. Alex, of course, already having pitted. Yeah, Alex pitted.
Okay, I wasn't here for that.
Oh, so, yeah, he pitted early.
Oh, it's side by side by Andy,
kill him, Andy. I mean, well, Andy is coming back though. He's going to get to the apex really early. He's going to go really deep. That's going to give it to Alex, definitely. And that was a close one. Andy nearly got a little bit closer than he would like to Colin there.
But all this is doing is making things harder for Alex to catch up to Martin, because Martin is probably doing good laps right now, and if he just stays out for a bit, he won't have this much traffic to deal with as Alex is right now.
Yeah, Martin is currently running nearly a second faster a lap than Alex.
Exactly. So Alex is struggling with traffic, struggling with new tyres maybe, but Martin just doing the race that he wants to do. Steve also doing the race that he wants to do. Alex, as we can see right now, is struggling.
Going to get past Colin, I think. Yeah, he's past Colin now as Colin goes a bit wide and gives him an opening.
Definitely lost some time there.
But yeah, as you say, he's losing a lot of time behind these cars that he basically pitted into. I mean, it's an interesting strategy that he's gone for. I don't know if it was maybe forced by a little bit of damage. He felt like he wanted to go early to fix the car, but oh, and there's a car backwards there. I'm not sure who that actually was. That's Bobby, who is backwards on the track. And Lee asking if Alex started on the softs. He could have done, but he may well have done that. But you'd have thought that he'd have had a bit more pace than the others if he was on softs.
I don't think Alex would have done, because I think Alex would have struggled on the softs, because as my source tells me, The softs were very bad for like 3 laps, and then the temperature was stupidly high.
And as we're seeing with Dave, who is currently running about 2 seconds off his best lap, still on those soft tyres, and Alex is now right up behind him as we lose Bobby from the server. Unfortunate to see, but he was running down in last place, having some issues today. And yeah, hopefully hopefully soon we'll get this server onto the newest version of Server Manager, and we'll be able to actually see tyre information live on the server. But that might be a couple of weeks away yet.
We're fucking trying to plug your own Server Manager on mine. No, I'm joking.
It'll still be good for us, though. I made the new live timings just for me. I thought about all of the things that I don't like about it, and I've improved it.
And you do need to get some AW insights. Just do like something random stat place on my screen.
Yeah.
Something randomly wrong.
Yeah. It'd have to be wrong. That would be the most important thing about it. We'd have to make some very incredibly complicated algorithm to get things wrong. Oh, and Alex there.
Yeah.
Having a good run towards Dave. Dave defending quite well, running right in the middle of the track there.
I keep repeating myself, but Alex is losing so much time.
So much time.
So
yeah,
much time behind Dave.
I guess the question is going to be... Oh, and he's got the run here.
Gonna get a run easily.
Yeah, and really squeezing Dave there. But I guess to give himself the inside line, but he's gone deep. Oh, but Dave also went deep and wasn't able to capitalise on how deep Alex went. I think we're going to see Alex pull away into the distance now. Unless Dave goes for a bit of a hero move up into turn 3. I was going to say the question now is going to be, have Martin and Steve pulled enough of a gap?
Oh, I thought Dave was going to go for it.
Oh, yeah, it looked like it, didn't it? Have Martin and Steve pulled enough of a gap to come out in front of this traffic?
There's no way they haven't.
Yeah, I think they will have done it. And even if they haven't,
they could just
these guys will be pitting. Yeah, they'll be pitting at about the same time. So I can't see a situation in which this is going to benefit Alex here, unless he gets a stroke of luck.
I mean, maybe a lightning will happen just in front of the car.
Yep.
Scare the people. Oh, as I said, the lightning happens. Hasib's gone into the pits. Lose the position till Lee.
And I don't know if in that focus on that battle we missed something, but Callum is in 3rd place right now.
I don't know.
Where I believe he was behind Pete before. I think. So, whilst we weren't looking, Callum snuck past Pete, I think. And there's now a 2-second gap between them. As I say, either that or I missed something. And Steve, as you say, in the pit lane.
Yep, I said that, yep.
I said as you say.
I didn't say.
Huh? Oh, you didn't say that?
No.
I thought you did. Okay,
No.
well, Steve's in the pits. And let's see. Alex is coming round the last corner right now as Steve is driving out of his pit box. And it is quite a long pit lane here. This is going to be quite close.
Whoa.
Steve's getting up to speed into the first corner, and Alex has just pipped him.
Can he get in front of Dave? That's going to be the most important thing. He is. You know, what tyre is Dave on? I think Steve's actually. Sorry, Steve is on the softs. With 30 minutes to go, Steve has gone onto the softs, which, with my sources tell me, is not going to last that long. He's going to get quite a few nice laps out of it.
And we're seeing some more pit stops. That is Jason Ferg, both in the pits.
But he's going to lose a lot of time as Dave, behind him, will tell him. He'll be shouting him from the Audi. Steve, why, mate?
Don't do it, you
What the
mad
fuck,
man.
Matt? You might get past him.
So maybe we anti-commentators cursed Alex there, and he's now in net second place of the race.
Yep. I think he will. He shouldn't be doing, but he is doing, driving away from Steve, who should be catching up to him on the softer tyre. The faster tyre is about 2 seconds a lap quicker, according to my sources.
Steve might be just getting those tyres up to temperature.
Yeah, fair
out
enough.
of the pits.
Still in the first lap, so yep, we have a lot of fuel laps to go, but only a few laps to go until those tyres start to get the same temperature as the sun.
As Martin is now in the pit lane from P1 and he's just stopped in his pit box. And I think as long as everything goes well with his pit stop that he is going to have...
Look at that. Callum's going to get P1 again. I think he did this last week.
Yeah, he did. And yeah, I think Martin's going to come out ahead as long as everything goes well with his pit stop here. As looks like he's pulling out now into turn 1. Peter's in the pits and Alex is going to not manage to take the lead there from Martin. So Martin comes out of the pits into second place, but Callum is owing as a pit stop.
And 7.5 seconds fast interval between Martin and Alex. So definitely Martin has gained a lot of time in those pit stops, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Or yeah, from Alex's early pit, as we see the 69 car getting a wobble, but actually holding on to it, well held there. From, I'm not sure who it is, number 69. Adam, well held. It's Adam. Because we have a number 69, Adam and Hasib.
Hasib's in a Lambo.
Right, okay. That's why I wasn't sure which one it was.
Well, let's see when Callum will pit. Callum does actually pit quite late usually, doesn't he? He's definitely pitted last week.
More cars coming out of the pits. That is Dave Gill coming out of the pits right next to Colin. Yep. Colin, P9 and P10, Dave and Colin, down the pit straight.
Yeah, you said Dave just pit?
Yep, Dave just exited the pits,
okay.
I believe.
Well, it's gone back onto the softs, so he definitely liked the softs from the last stint.
Yes, indeed, as it looks like Lee Cripps is coming out of the pits as well, as is Stu. And I think most of our drivers have gone into the pits now, apart from Brad. I think Brad's the only one in the top 10 that hasn't pitted.
Yeah,
maybe James. Oh, Callum's going into the pits now, so Callum pitting from the lead of the race won't be coming back out into the lead as Martin is driving down the pit straight right now.
There he goes. There he goes. Martin is going to take P1. Where is Alex going to come out? I think he's going to come past right now. There he goes, yep.
Yes, he is.
On
And
P2.
Steve is right behind him. And then I think that's where Callum's going to come out. I think he's going to be ahead of Pete.
Andy.
So, what? Andy?
Andy's P5.
Oh. I think Andy's yet to pit as well.
He
then.
just went past him, yeah.
Right, yeah. I think Andy's yet to pit then. In that case.
Yeah, it's going to go behind Andy, but as you just said, Andy's yet to pit. In front of Pete, like you also just said. But like always happens, just after pit stops, things start to spread out because people are on the new tyres. People are trying to warm up the tyres. People maybe have older tyres because they've pit early. So not much is happening. Jace is behind Philip, which is a second behind. Oh. That's the smallest thing, actually I lie, because Paul is just behind Dave. Paul on the medium tyres, behind Dave on the soft tyres. I'll tell you what. My inside source is coming correct because Dave on the soft tyres losing out to Paul on the medium tyres, and Steve hasn't been able to keep up with Alex. Alex on the medium tyres and Steve's on the soft tyres, so I don't know why people are going on the soft tyres, Henry.
Also, not too sure. Maybe not doing enough long runs to make sure that they hold up. But yeah, who knows, really? Could be that it's a viable strategy if you're nice and easy on the tyres and not wearing them a lot, but then maybe the drivers didn't take into account the fights they'd be having and things like that, causing a bit more tyre wear than when they're just driving by themselves.
True.
Paul is getting very close to Dave on that apex. Definitely having a look to get past here. As he come round that double apex corner.
Looks like Jace is actually going to get past Philip, who... Yep, easily going to get it done. Brad is going to finally dive into the pits. Trying to make it last as long as he wants to.
Paul's holding on around the outside of the... Oh, coming around... Oh, there we go, yeah. And they're into the last corner now, and Paul's made that move stick. Lovely holding on the outside around turn 15 and 16 to get the inside of 17. That was nice work.
Brad's actually going to lose 2 positions here from Paul and Dave, maybe even to GS. Depending on where Brad comes out and how much damage he's got to repair. It looks like he's got lots of damage. I think he's only just set off. He might even lose 2 more positions now. I think he is. He's going to lose to Philip and to Ferg. No, he's not going to lose to Ferg as he comes right out of the pits. Across the check, not the check, the dashed white lines. Not across the solid white line. Doesn't get a penalty. Because I don't think he would get a penalty anyway. That's something I was trying to push last week, but nothing happened. Anyway.
You were trying to push what last week? Penalties?
No, I was trying to... Because lots of people crossed up solid white line when they were coming out of the pits.
Ah, okay, right. I see. And that is actually... That set of cars, Jace, Philip, Brad and Ferg, P11 through 14, they're not close, but they're not far. They're a little bunched up now after those pit stops. We might see a little bit of action from them in a few laps' time.
I mean, to be honest, I haven't been that disappointed. I was going to say I ain't done a disappointed camera. Partly because I forgot, but partly because...
there have been no disappointments.
Yeah. Callum's going to look you down the inside.
Oh yeah, Callum and Andy. Is that... What?
Yeah, it's for position. Andy, I don't think it's position.
Yeah, I think
don't
Andy
think
was
it's
yet to pit. I agree.
Missed insert complaint about new server manager not being on here. Unless it already did that, but Brad's going to get past Philip. Still has to watch out for Ferg behind them, but looks like Brad might be able to be driving away from this. But speaking of driving away with it, Callum wants to be driving away with this, but he touches the inside curb there, loses some traction in his inside wheels. Not going to help him for this straight, but going to stay in touching distance with Andy, who still yet has had to pit. We are assuming.
Yeah, the question is... Oh, Andy's got a proper wobble on. And Callum didn't quite manage to capitalise on it. That was unfortunate. You could see that as Andy was kind of wobbling, Callum wasn't sure whether he was going to go left or right, so he didn't want to commit to the overtake there.
Typical Callum, never knowing when to commit. But that sounded really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Jesus Christ, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Typical Callum, never knowing when to dive in. There we go.
And they're all really attacking these curbs. It looks like it's unsettling the car a lot when they do that. I think Callum eager to make his way past Andy here, because the longer he spends behind him, the closer Pete's getting.
Still 1.8 seconds behind him is Pete, but Andy definitely went on to the curb.
Oh, and he's got to get it here.
He's got to get it done. Got to get
He's
it done.
on
but
the
Andy,
outside. Oh, he's holding on to it. This is where we saw someone else doing a similar move the other lap. And, oh, Callum's just cut across and said, no, I'm having that place. Totally fair there. And out onto the pit straight. So he's going to be breathing a sigh of relief now. And it's now Pete's job to try and get past Andy as well, who is still staying out for another lap.
User joined your channel.
Hey, fellas.
Oh, here we go. We got Graham
Yeah, that's right.
on.
We got the veteran race car driver.
So what are you thinking about the race, Graham?
You know, like, I gotta say, wheels are spinning. Driving wheels are turning. And rubber is burning, guys. I mean,
Perfect.
Oh,
And
you can't. You just can't teach it.
yeah.
can't
And
teach-
Pete
That
making
insight-
that move over Andy easily there.
Say it easily,
And,
but Andy, oh, he's not gonna get it.
No, he'll be fine.
If there was another Tilke corner there, he would have done it. Graham,
yeah.
what's your thought on Tilke corners?
On, excuse me.
Tilke corners.
Well, you gotta. Okay, so look, there's two ways to take a ticket corner. Right? You turn, or you don't turn. Okay? I go for the don't turn, because you can just skid into it.
Yeah, it's a strong technique.
Yeah, you know, it's what all the good drivers use.
Yep.
What I use, what I've used for years. So I feel like it's very strong technique, and I feel like you just gotta put the pedal to the metal.
Where did you learn that technique, Graham? Was it in Finland?
Cars.
Oh, just cars everywhere,
No,
every
no.
continent.
The moving
Tell you what,
car.
Graham.
Cars.
Graham, that's some grey insight, but that's not what question I asked you. What do you think about Tilke corners?
You can go around them. Hey, I gotta say, right? It's either a left or a right. I'll tell you that right now.
17 minutes remaining on his exciting race because nothing's happening. As Dave actually goes past Paul, something happened. Paul, I think, absolutely fucked up.
Yep, Paul off the track there. Didn't see exactly why.
Who's looking like the racer of the day here, boys?
The racer of the day. Oof.
The Red Bull sponsored racer of the day. Who you gonna give it to?
Henry?
I'm not sure today actually. Probably Martin actually.
Yeah.
I mean, just very in control. Sticking it to the championship leader, which is Alex.
Yeah.
Closing the points gap. Martin currently 4th in the championship, so a first place finish is going to make a big difference for him here today. Presuming he can bring it to the end. As we see James Gray in the pits there, losing some positions. And he's now setting back off. But yeah, I think for me, gotta be Martin, Danny.
Yep. I don't know why he directed that to me because I still don't have a fucking clue. I'd probably say Martin as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Martin is looking really strong there. What, 17 seconds ahead of Alex right now?
Philip down into the pits as well. So there's a few more pit stops that we thought, Henry. I thought that we've done with the pit stops.
Wait, who else is in the pits now?
Probably not.
Philip.
Philip is in the pits right now.
Philip is indeed in the pits right now. So seems that some drivers are going for a long stint followed by a dash on the soft tire.
So I think I asked this question last week to the people that actually watched this, to all two of you. The one to the left of the interval, what does that mean? And there's a green next to Steve. There's a one next to Callum. There's a one next to lots of people. I don't know what it means.
Playing on one computer. That's what it means.
Oh.
And all the green ones, 2.
Actually, you know,
Oh, no,
Philip.
the green ones are in the cloud. That's what it is.
Philip, you deserve a fucking penalty for that. That was fucking disgusting.
What the hell?
One,
What the hell?
one disappointed Cam. Because
Joe said
it
stop.
totally fucking cut across the apex. Trying to get back onto the track after he exited the pits.
Good Let's Play camera.
No, I don't think it's pit stops because Steve has been in the pits in this session.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Steve
so
is
it's not
definitely
pits-
pitted.
Yeah, it's not pit stops.
Philip is off the track.
Unless it's pit stops and
It's-
it just doesn't always work. If they're
If
on
they're in
the
the same
same lap.
Is it?
What?
Eh?
Why would Martin in first place have won? I don't know.
Lee.
Cuts?
Right.
Could be.
Uh,
Let's wait until they start a new lap.
I'm thinking.
It could
number of
be
colours.
cuts.
right, Graham.
Yep.
Gonna go on board with Martin. I'm not gonna say his second name because I always get it wrong. Gonna go on board with him right now. You have to say how good his lap is right now. You have to talk us through his lap while I go for a
He's
piss.
turboing through this left-hand corner, and then he's going straight. And I gotta say, he's really taking these corners. Oh, and there's. It just went off. I can't see him anymore. Martin's gone. Henry, help. Henry, what happened?
Martin is driving down the pit straight. I have no idea why he's disappeared for you.
I'm on the stream. I don't know.
Danny has broken it, and as he crosses the line, his number 1 does not become a number 0. So I guess it isn't number of cuts in the lap, although it could be number of cuts in the entire session, but I'd expect to see more than 1 for people. So who knows? Not much to say about Martin's driving style as he comes down the second straight of the circuit because he's driving in a straight line. Brakes deep, hits the apex nicely out onto the third straight, uses a little bit of the exit there on the curb. Is the stream now back with Martin?
No, it's still with Jace now. He's 10th, going
Right.
to the right.
Well, I imagine Danny's accidentally swapped onto autocam.
I really think so.
So let's have a look at that. Jace is actually gaining a position there on James Gray,
Here we go.
but they're very close. James Gray pressuring Jace a little bit.
There is a fight happening, I think, with Paul and Dave here. Paul is right up his tailpipe.
Oh yeah, and I'm on board with that now as we see Adam off the track and he's getting back going again. Looks like he's just had a bit of an accident waiting for the other cars to go past before setting off. And we've had another accident. Who's that there?
Oh,
It looks like that is Jason James that we've just seen fighting each other. Looks like they collided
no. Oh no.
and Autocam opted not to show us that fight.
Yeah,
They've
totally
already
didn't.
lost a position each. James got the overtake.
And that's let Ferg through as well.
Oh,
Jace
no.
losing a couple of places to that. And if we had replays, I'd like to see one, but of course we don't.
So I didn't accidentally turn autocam on.
Yeah, we realised.
Yeah, I realised I was hearing you were complaining.
I honestly, I couldn't even tell you how that happened. I don't know, but it did.
Somebody got a bit brave.
I would think so.
And it looks now like Steve is actually closing in on Alex. He's
5%.
running about a second a lap quicker right now. And he's about a second behind, as Graham just said. So Steve might be challenging for second place here.
Jesus Christ, he is. Right up in his ass. As I come around the last corner, underneath the Korean Brown Bridge.
It is a nice bridge.
Steve is actually like 6/10 faster than Alex won that lap.
And I think this is what we were saying about those soft tyres falling off.
Don't try and ruin my
Alex?
narrative. Don't ruin my narrative, Henry, because
But
Steve...
Alex took the softs.
No,
oh
he
no,
didn't. Alex is on the mediums and
Alex,
Steve's on the softs.
no, but Alex stopped really early. That was it. Lee's
Right, yeah.
hit the nail on the head. Alex stopped
Yeah.
really early, with about 40 minutes to go. So his tyres are
Did.
maybe wearing out a little bit.
If Steve was on the mediums, I'd be all for him on his tyres, but I don't know how he's still going.
Do you think we're going to see an overtake?
Shut up, Lee. What was that
He
called?
is
Graham,
the only
sorry.
one paying attention.
Is it overcut?
I was saying, do you think we're gonna see an overtake here from Steve, guys?
Maybe.
Fingers crossed.
I'm thinking so. If you're saying the tire wear is as bad as it is, I would think that. Well, seeing as his driving is quite consistent so far, well as I've seen it.
But right now, we're on board with Paul as it goes down the inside of Dave. Dave's still on the softs. He's not going to get a position done. He's going to get a position done on the next corner. No, he's not, because he's still got Dave right in front of him. Not too much of an Audi right in front of him. What are the tyre wearing? The tyres are wearing a beautiful Christmas jumper. It's in time for Christmas.
Oh, you know, Tesco have started doing the Christmas sandwiches.
I know. Oh,
today.
right. I was going to mention that.
All right.
We've started doing the turkey trimmings.
Yep.
As Paul is trying to trim his round. Hey, you like that? Trim his way around Dave, and he's gonna get it done. He's only fuck you, Lee. He's gonna get his way done. Round, he's gonna get the inside corner done as well. Gonna cut his way through the track.
It looks like
Steve.
Steve.
Hey, Steve, 2 tenths behind him as Henry. Carry on.
And he was having a really good run through the final corner, but now Alex with that superior, well, power and or less downforce, pulling a bit away on the straight. But Steve is getting very close now, and he's still running a little bit faster. He gained 4 tenths on the last lap, and is now only a couple of tenths behind Alex. With 8 minutes to go, this is going to be a bit of a sprint to the finish between these two. He hasn't got long to make a move happen. But as I say, down the straights, Alex definitely running less downforce here, and maybe benefiting from the Stronk engine of the Lamborghini. So Steve's going to have his work cut out in the twisty section of the track to try and make a move stick.
The Tilka section.
The Tilka section of the track. Well, all of the track is the Tilka section, technically.
Yeah, no, but yeah, but it's not that hard to do a straight line.
No.
Anybody can do a straight line.
Well,
Only
it depends
Tilka.
if
Only
you're
Tilka
doing-
could do those type of turns.
If you've got to do it freehand, it's pretty difficult.
True.
Did
everyone's
Tilka
got a
have a
ruler.
ruler when he made the track? I don't know.
Graham, do you know?
Probably right. I would think so. If I was creating a track, I wouldn't go freehand. You know?
So anyway,
Maybe
Graham,
that's what he gets wrong. Maybe that's what Tilka needs.
Yeah.
Graham, you don't know about the meme.
I don't know any meme.
Yeah,
Any
I mean,
racing
you went to watch Bahrain. Bahrain's a Tilka track, I think,
Is it?
which means it did 1 or 2 good tracks. And ever since then, F1 trusted him with all the new tracks.
I mean, I was a kid, so
Yeah.
it's like,
Exactly. Yeah.
Cargo
So
food.
it's a nice looking track,
Mhm.
but it's boring to race at.
Okay, here's a little
Oh.
conversation topic.
Oh,
Right now.
that's just Steve. Totally cut that corner, but anyway, carry on.
Talking about the Tesco's turkey and trimming sandwich.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The new Christmas sandwich. Do you think that it's worth the price point?
Yes.
It is $2.75.
Yeah.
Ranking it like the second highest regular sandwich.
But
Yeah, but you just do the
it's
meal
the meal
deal,
deal, mate.
and it's still £3.
Wait,
Who
what
buys
if
just
you
the sandwich?
Who? Yeah, I know exactly.
Nobody does that.
What if you just pick it right off the shelf there?
No one's gonna do that.
I'm gonna just have this sandwich, this one sandwich.
No, because you'd look at it and be like, for 20p, I could have a drink and a bag of crisps.
But okay, so you see where do they lose? They need to lose money on this, right?
Oh, who's that backwards on the track there? Sorry. Oh, it's Adam McQueen. Okay. Adam having a
Oh.
bit of an accident down in last place. Sorry, Graham. Continue.
But you know, like you're selling a sandwich at $2.75, and then you just
Yeah, I think they're overpricing it.
Well, yeah, the sandwich is horrifically marked up
yeah.
in order to make
It's
the
only
meal
turkey.
deal more appealing.
And cranberry, that's all it is.
Sell more stuff. Ridiculous.
And Steve's getting very, very close to Alex.
Very close.
Oh, very
I
close.
assume you guys are watching this direct on
Yeah.
Assassin.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
I'm on the.
You're the replay man, Graham.
I am the replay man.
And
Close attention.
yeah, definitely quicker on this back section of the track here. But then Alex just pulling around the straights and managing to hold his position. Only 5 minutes to go in the session. I think it's safe to say that Martin has secured that P1, 20 seconds clear of second place right now. So we are watching the closest and most important battle right now. It does look like Paul is quite close to Andy as well.
Graham?
Yeah.
How do you say the person in the lead?
Oh, and Paul actually got that position right now.
The type of car that's in the lead.
Type of car. Oh, I call it a Nissan.
Oh, you're so good. I'm so proud
And
of you.
Andy had to go back, but went too deep, and Paul has definitely secured that position.
Has he? Has
Yes.
he? Has he?
Yes, he
probably
has.
Yeah.
Yes. And we've seen Andy make that exact mistake earlier in the race, going a bit too deep in the braking zone, and now Dave is having a look at Andy as well.
Where's the E, Lee? Where's the E in Nissan? Where is it?
Nissan.
That's how you confirm Graham isn't American.
Nissan.
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 Like Iraq. Really?
Iraq. Oh, I heard. I was watching listening. Yeah, I was watching a podcast. I was listening to a podcast.
Yeah.
And they pronounced Edinburgh as Edinburgh.
I've heard it Edinburgh. I've heard that.
Oh, it might have been Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, Edinburgh. I've heard.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. Also, Henry, have you got any fun facts, or have you dispensed?
Oh yeah, what the fuck? Henry's the fun facts.
I do not have any fun facts about this circuit, as Andy has a crash with Pete there, just a little knock, but it's cost them both a lot of time, and Andy's actually having a look on the inside. Oh, they've hit again! And that's going to bring Dave into play down the pit straight. He's going to be on the inside for turn 1, and he's gaining.
Definitely gonna get it.
He's squeezing
100%
him.
gonna get it.
They did.
Gotta get it.
And it's going a bit deep. That's going to let Andy come back through, though. Andy's on the inside. Andy's passed again.
He's not gonna get it.
They're onto the second straight. But now, Dave's catching again, coming towards the inside. Andy's closed him off. He's going to the outside.
Christ.
And he had to lift a little bit there. And that's going to cost
dangerous
him.
by Andy.
That was a bit of a late move there by Andy.
It wasn't even a thing. It wasn't a late move. It was just a dangerous move.
And Andy's gone deep again in the braking zone, letting Dave get a nice exit.
Andy nearly lane past. Sounds
Dave
dangerous as fuck.
Is going to be on the outside coming into turn 4. He can hold it round the outside here if he gets the braking right and Andy doesn't go too deep, but Andy's gone deep again. Dave's going for the cutback, but that isn't going to quite work. And Andy again going a bit wide, but Dave not being able to capitalise, and it's fallen back.
Oh no.
Whew, that was a fun fight.
Would you guys say Andy is a relatively aggressive driver, usually?
No.
He's a relatively shandied driver.
I don't. It was aggressive, but it was faultless as well.
Yeah, I think that was maybe just a, he wanted to close that gap, but left it a little bit too late there. That was all. It would have been fine if he did it a second earlier or so.
No, it was too early, I think.
Reminiscent of Grosjean.
Dave tried to go around him, but Dave just turned two. No, Andy turned too late just in front of him and made Dave back off a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe I should actually start commentating. I was just thinking. Anyway, looks like Steve is actually going to back off because Alex is driving away. There's 1.2 seconds in front of him. Dave, as we were watching, 0.7 seconds back. Doesn't look like he's going to do much as we've only got 45 seconds remaining.
Looks like it's going to be this lap and then one more.
Where is Martin on the circuit?
Coming around turn 14 right now is Martin.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
He's about to come onto the pit straight any second.
Okay, right. Yes, looks like it's going to be. Yep, coming around the last corner. Alright, now, it was actually been the last lap for Martin. I don't think then what we'll have another lap, will there?
Yeah, he hasn't lapped Andy and Dave, so yeah.
I mean, yeah, no.
Really working that portion bar, isn't he? I guess.
Of course.
Am I right?
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Also, I love
Ooh.
the heat shielding on
Steve.
these cars.
The heat shielding?
Wait. What do you think
waiting.
of the off-throttle overrun?
Oh god.
Did you just Google
What?
racing
I don't know-
terms?
I know all of these terms. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, and
Jesus
Dave
Christ.
completely off the track there, and he's breaking out of it to give Andy the position back, but he's cost himself loads of time by breaking out of that. And I dare say that he might not be able to get back onto Andy there. But Steve is very close to Alex again.
Oh, no, wait, Andy. Just had a bit of oversteer there. So,
I look away at the wrong time.
It might bring it back, but I mean, it is 0.8 seconds.
Yeah, we're dropping into the
go.
darkness as well. Those lightning flashes are looking very
Did we start in the
ominous.
darkness?
No, I think we started in the daytime, so maybe it was a 12-hour.
Was it?
They're getting some proper G-force around those. Wait. Around those corners.
Yeah.
So, I know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
The
Exactly.
ground effect. You know?
Oh, yeah. We don't have any of that round here, but yep. Not in these cars, I don't think.
I see.
We might have a tiny bit, but not too much.
Okay.
Oh, Andy, for some reason, has gone very, very wide.
And Dave has taken the
Yeah, I
position.
don't think it's not finished. It's not finished, has it? So I don't know why Andy did that. Unless he completely fucked it. I think Andy completely fucked it. So Andy's going to keep the position. I think that's too many shandies for Andy, as we've got the beautiful LG green light, not sponsored, as Andy dives very much down the inside. He's
That was a bit
no
of a
way is he
desperate
going to
move
keep
there.
the position. No way is he going to get side by side here. He's going to get side by side here. Is he going to fight for this? I think he's going to try and fight for this. He's going to look down the outside. He's not going to get it. Is he going to go?
Oh, this is getting very dirty between these two.
Andy Turnbull. Jesus Christ.
Oh my lord. Oh, I'm seeing it. Oh no.
As
This-
we've had. Oh, and Dave's gone wide there onto the grass, and Andy's
I can
actually
only
taking
see
that
smoke. I
position
can only
back.
smoke. Oh,
Andy's back into P8.
Andy Turnbull. I have never been more disappointed in you.
And Brad is watching this fight and shaking his head, no doubt.
Brad should have P8 right now because these two. I mean, Dave hasn't actually done anything wrong. Dave has just been trying to fucking deal with the shit that Andy is doing right now, and Andy's for some reason slowing down a bit and slowing down both of the drivers. I think Andy's just having a bit of a mind fuck.
Just to mention, Martin has finished the race in P1.
Oh right,
Alex
yeah. Oh yeah,
P2,
sorry. Yeah, Martin's actually
Steve
finished.
in third, and Callum in fourth, followed by Pete in fifth. And back to the action.
Sorry that if we're missing any actual on track action because this. Oh, I think it was like Brad hitting Dave.
And this is lots of action on the last lap here.
What is that? I would love to be listening into the in radio action right now, but I don't think we can do anything about that unless we're trying to
Coming out of the last corner.
The
So
last
that's
corner,
Colin
I think.
P6, Paul Harrison in P7, Andy's going to cross the line in P8, Dave in P9, Brad in P10, James Gray in P11. And from there backwards, I'm not quite sure. I think Jace is in
User joined your
P12.
channel.
Can I just say,
Bots.
on behalf of the viewers,
Yeah.
I am shocked.
Yep.
I am disappointed. And quite frankly, I'm disgusted by the behaviour of certain drivers in this race. This is a professional league with usually a high caliber of driver, and we expect racing to be clean, to be respectful, for the rules to be abided by. It was actually specified in the race director's notes, don't be a dick, and yet we see evidence
Insufficient
of
permissions.
on-track dickery at many points. And so, personally, I will be contacting the organisers for a refund for my ticket price, because this is not what we, the motorsport fans of the world, expect from our motorsport.
Exactly.
With that,
Exactly.
thanks guys for watching.
Yep. Thanks
It's been a
everyone.
great commentary session. Bye.
Till next time.